everyone. I know this is going out really late, but I've had a really busy day and I've still got English and geography homework to do. So this is going to be a really quick video. I'm going to tell you a little story. It's really embarrassing for me. But basically, I was reminded of this story because Phoebe commented on my back to school tag video when the question was like, what's your most embarrassing moment? I couldn't think of anything, but then Phoebe reminded me of this story. So, thanks Phoebe. Love ya. So, I have my tea, my Cadbury mug. I'm going to share my cringiness with you. I'm probably going to regret putting this on the internet, but you know. Okay, so for my GCSE, I took art, drama and geography. Okay. And for my drama class, we have to study 2 performances. So we did Blood Brothers and Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. That's one hell of a long name. And so we went and we watched it, and in the play they use a lot of physical theatre. I'm not going to ruin like the plot or anything for anyone who hasn't seen it, but they use a lot of physical theatre. So obviously, being drama, we want to build off of that. So we did a workshop with the company that does the physical theatre in The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. I can't actually think of what it's called right now. If I remember, I'll put it in the description box for you. I honestly can't remember what it's called. I'm so sorry. But we did a workshop with them, and in it we learned a load of lifts and kind of ways that you can stage stuff to make it look really cool. So we did all of that, and then in class we had to kind of make our own scene and like our storyline, about 5 minutes long, nothing too crazy. Now we did it as half classes, so in my class there's 17 people, so you know we had a 9 and an 8 group. We had to make up the story, we had to rehearse, and then we had to perform it back. And this was all in the same week. Now we only have 2 or 3 drama lessons in a week, so you can imagine there's not really much time to prepare, okay? Oh my gosh. And I'm usually the kind of person who's like, can we please rehearse this? Can we keep on rehearsing, please? Because otherwise I'm going to mess something up, because I'm just like that. So, unfortunately, I was in a group where there were quite a few of those people who were like, oh, it'll be fine. We know what we're doing. We don't need to rehearse it again. We rehearsed it 5 times. Just let that sink in. Okay, we rehearsed it 5 times. In the 3 hours that we had, we rehearsed our 5-minute performance 5 times. 25 minutes. Ugh. So, when it came to the actual performance, there was this nice boy, name's Carrick. Carrick's good, nice person. And he's like the main character, and like I'm just like a background character, which is absolutely fine because I helped to put the story together, so we kind of figured that was completely fair. It was. Now, at the end of the performance, we kind of had this bit where we had to do what's called a horseshoe lift. And it's basically where you have 5 people and then the person who's being lifted. So you have the person who's the rock, not the actor. Like, they act as if like they just stand there, tall, strong shoulders, all of that. And the person who's being lifted puts their arms, like, grabs onto their shoulders and pushes themselves up. And then you have 2 people who grab like their arms and their torso, and then 2 people who grab their legs. Now, because of the fact that we hadn't rehearsed this very much, we'd only actually done the horseshoe lift twice, and we'd only done the end of the performance twice. Like, we'd only been rehearsing up to just before the end, so we'd only end up rehearsing it twice. So me, being the genius that I am, completely forgot about the lift. So he comes running in, because you have to run into the lift to make it look effective, and there's The Rock there, and then there's 2 others because they're in that part of the scene. And then there was me and this other boy, and we kind of had to stand facing the wall at this point because it shows that we're not in the scene at that point. But then we were supposed to turn around blank face and then help him do the lift. I just dropped tea on myself. It's fine. And I completely forgot about that, okay? I completely forgot. So I completely failed on that. And then it was like, it's okay, because we had a cover for this. We had a cover teacher. We didn't actually have our actual drama teacher. And she was like, it's okay, you can run the last bit again. And I messed it up again. Oh my gosh. So he comes running in, and like, we're there, we're ready. We went to lift him up, and then the rule of lifts is legs down first. So I was on the leg, right? So that was fine. And it's usually legs down first. And we kind of did the thing. So as you lift him up, we turned him around, brought him up a bit, and then we're supposed to put him down, and then just stand there for 2 or 3 seconds, and then walk away. I think we had to stand there for 3 seconds, so we count in our head 1, 2, 3, and then disperse. I hadn't apparently noticed how far we were supposed to be taking him forward, so I started putting his leg down before we were ready, and like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, Carrick. Like, he basically just fell on the floor. Just, oh, I'm such a terrible person sometimes. Okay, so I started putting his legs down first, and the other girl who was on the other side hadn't started doing that yet, so he ended up probably in the most painful position ever, with like 1 leg down, 1 leg up in the air, and like him just like hanging on for dear life on The Rock. And then there's me standing there after this, and I'm like, I am so apologetic to Carrick. I'm like, I am so sorry. And you know when it's like, you've done something wrong and you're really apologetic for it, and then like people are still like shoving it in your face? I was getting that, and I was like, I just want to go and just curl up in a corner and just wallow in my embarrassment right now, because I was so embarrassed. And I felt so bad for Carrick, because he must have like felt so awkward about it, because he didn't like shove it in my face or anything. It was the other people. And I'd just like to mention these other people who were like putting it in my face, just like, oh, you dropped him. I basically did drop him, but they were like, oh, you dropped him. Those were the same people who were like, oh, it's fine, we know what we're doing. Not when you've got me in your group. I'm like a liability. Honestly, you can't take me anywhere. You can't do anything with me. I'm ridiculous. Seriously, you can't do anything with me unless I've practiced it 20 times. Okay, maybe 10 times, but still. Honestly. Oh. So, that's the end of my story. I hope you have enjoyed this late night VEDS. Also, can we just mention like how YouTuber-esque I'm looking right now, because I've got this in the background, and ignore this. This is fine. But yeah, if you like this background, tell me, because lighting is easier to sort out over here, so, you know, if you like it, tell me. If not, I'll just go back to what I was doing before. So yeah, this has been VEDS Day 10 now? Oh my gosh, yeah, VEDS Day 10, and it feels so much longer than that for me. I don't know how many people are looking forward to watching this. Probably not very many. Sorry to disappoint you. But I mean, I don't really have much expectation so far, because I don't have a little like thing of like, I'll upload at 6. No. Here's me uploading this at like, probably by the time I finish, 10 o'clock. Well, I suppose I will just see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much, Phoebe, for reminding me of the story, because this has made a very cringy video for me and probably a very amusing one for you. So, everybody, the whole 5 of you, thank Phoebe in the comments, because this is all her fault. So I'll see you all tomorrow, and bye!